part of my story and all that is maybe many of you are suffering some of the same stuff where you want to get a particular thing going, but different things in life happen. Some things weigh you down. Some of the things you're weighing yourself down. And the next thing you know, enough time's gone by and you haven't lived up to your potential. We're human beings. We all have the potential to do great things. Sometimes the things in life we allow to overtake us, and it's kind of how it's gone for me. And I can be in a defeatist type of attitude for the rest of my life and never do anything other than a bunch of things I don't want to do, take on a bunch of jobs I don't want to do forever, do this and do that for other people, which isn't so bad within itself. But when you know that you've been put here to do something greater because you've put in the time and you have certain compassions and you care about certain things, you're not just all self-seeking, it is required of you while your time in this life to do those things. I finally have waken up out of my slumber. I've gotten the energy back. I remember and know what it's like to feel like you're heading somewhere, to feel like you're finally in a position to start being of influence for people in a good way and not in just a way to sell products for different companies and things like that because somebody's got a pretty face and is always in front of the camera doing pretty selfish things, I guess you'd say. A lot of the time they're very talented too and well deserving of that as well. It's kind of a mixture. But me personally, I want to bring influence into this world, impact. And before I'm able to do that, I had to do that with myself. And that's currently where I'm at. And I'm finally pushing play again, feeling good. It's been 120 days since I have been stoned, which smoking pot might not be a problem for everyone. I know that since it was a problem for me, there's got to be other people that it's a problem for them as well. It's not exactly the most motivating thing. It's almost just a couple tiers below being on opium, doped up so much you could hardly even talk. When your brain's lazy, your body's lazy, you're not going to be manifesting your dreams, and you're sure as heck not going to be of influence for anyone else. So now that I've been sober, I've gotten a lot of my energies back, a lot of my drive back, a lot of my enterprising type ways of wanting to become back. I plan to not fall again. I'll be going through I'll be telling more of this story of what I had been getting into and things like that over the past 5 years, 6 years, my whole life really. But since I've known better and have gone on a journey to be more than I was before, the past 6 years has kind of been a disappointment for me. Now there's been a lot that I've learned, a lot that I've done, a lot that I can take away from it. But nowhere near have I lived to my fullest potential. And when that happens, it doesn't feel very good. And I know there's other people out there experiencing the same type of thing. So I'm going to tell more of my story about that later. Anybody suffering anything right now, just know there's hope, and that you gotta want it. You gotta want it more than the dumb things that you're doing. And it takes time to realize that sometimes, and everybody's situations, life's different, but it's all the same. You gotta want it more than the things that are keeping you behind.